Yeah, hi there.
Yes, hi. Did you nod off?
Yeah.
Well, that's rude.
Thing is, right, you know what, I don't know what comes out of your mouth. Honestly, most of the time it's utter nonsense. Anyway, go on, give me an example of where hatred or violence is preaching one single mosque. You know, the thing is, right, it's actually the opposite way around, in fact. Because as a Muslim, I condemn what happened in Iraq and Afghanistan. Like a lot of Muslims, like a lot of non-Muslims actually march in the streets. But hardly any mosque would ever speak against what happened in Iraq, what happened in Afghanistan. It's actually the opposite way around. So I don't know where you get your facts from. Most of your facts are based on utter rubbish anyway. I mean, let me give you an example. Let's take Asim Qureshi, right? They asked Asim Qureshi, what did you think about the guy who, the Rigby killer? And he said, I thought he was a nice guy, etc. When I met him, every single person was on his case. And then they asked a white non-Muslim person, what did you think about that guy who ran down those people on the Westminster Bridge? And he said, when I met him or I knew him as his colleague or his friend, he said, I knew him as a nice person. No one said a word against him. But Asim Qureshi, because he's a Muslim and he's representing Cage, everyone was on his case. All he said was, I thought the Rigby guy, when I met him, or from I knew him, he seemed like a nice guy.
Oh, hold on a minute then. As if you're going to have to press the stop button in your head for a second, because I am going to talk.
You carry on. Yes, you carry on.
That's very kind. You do get like wound up like a little spinning top, and then it's very hard to interject, Asif, if I may point that out. There's some feedback for you. But if you say that when someone met the killer of Lee Rigby, they said when they knew him, he was a nice guy, do you not see how that might inflame tensions rather?
Oh, right, okay. Then why didn't he...
Question? No, you need an answer to the question. No, I don't want another question in return. I want an answer, Asif. It's called Q&A for a reason.
Hold on.
No, I won't hold on because you haven't answered my question, Asif. You've got one last chance. Asif, I've given you one last chance, sweetie, to answer my question. Do you think it's okay to call...
Because you can't debate with me, you have to bring out these answers. I'll never debate with you. You couldn't even debate with me for 2 minutes.
I'm asking you.
Okay, so if I met someone... I'll answer your question. If I met someone today... If I met someone today and you ask me, you met somebody, for example...
Yes, we got the point, Asif, carry on. Yes, you don't need to repeat things 18 times, just the once is fine. Yes, Crack on. No.
Yes, let me answer your question. And I said to you that when I met him, he seemed like a nice person, and that's it. That's my conversation in it, because that was when I met...
Why would you say, Asif, okay, that is not answering my question. That is not returning to me. What do you think people will think if you describe the killer of Lee Rigby as a nice guy? And I can tell you one thing, Asif, for the record. I am sick with hearing he was a nice guy. I am fed up with hearing he was a good guy down at the mosque. He kept himself to himself. I am fed up with people like you, Asif, telling me, well, he was a promising footballer. He was a straight-A student. He was really good at GCSEs. He was a really good whatever. I don't care. I do not judge you by what you were like down at the mosque, by what your mum thinks about you, by what the fact that your aunt is surprised at what's happened. I judge people on their actions. And if you kill Lee Rigby, you are not a nice guy. If you slaughter people on Westminster Bridge, you were never a good man. And I don't care if as a mother you never realised your son was capable of that, because that frankly just means that you are a bad mother. And I don't care if your son was inspired and hoping to be a footballer, because frankly, I don't give a monkey's how he could kick a ball around a playing field. I care about his actions. And the actions of terrorists are those of terror. And they will never be a nice guy. So, Asif, if you want to come back on this show again, you better get some arguments sorted out. Stop repeating yourself and stop telling me the killer of Lee Rigby might have been a nice guy, because I'm not going to hear it.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.